Hey now, Pig Farmer Ben here, and I'm standing in front of my truck, Pig Force 1. Let me tell you something. I want to talk to you about tires. That right yonder, those are Treadwright Warden ATs, and they got they got 36,000 miles on them. They're a year old, a little bit over a year old, and look at all that tread left. 36,000 miles on those treads. They have been absolutely great. They're not real loud. They ride smooth. You can't ask for a better deal. These tires here, they're recycled cores, and at the factory, when they get these cores in, they scrape all the old tread off, and then they put like a new rubber around it, and then they mold it. And it molds to it. It's not like retreading where you just put the tread on there and they glue it and lap it over and seal it or whatever. These are actually molded into that blank right there. It's a really neat process. There's a fellow on YouTube that's he got the chance to take a tour of their shop. I'll put a link below to it. I also put a link to Treadwright tires. You can buy these tires at a fraction of the price of what you would pay for regular tires. And I'm sorry, I don't keep my truck, the cleanest in the world. It's a work truck. I care less what it looks like, as long as it does the job. And that's why I got these tires. They do the job. I don't get stuck. Sometimes I have to go through some nasty stuff. I've even backed my boat off into the lake before, just out of the yard, And most people wouldn't do that, but sometimes Pig Farmer Ben's got to do what Pig Farmer Ben's got to do. Big storm coming in, can't get to the ramp in time. Just drop it off there and pull the boat out before it gets swamped. Anyways, this is about Treadwright tires. Awesome tires. They're quiet, they ride good, they ride smooth. I want to give you a little ride along so you can hear how they sound. You can't hardly hear them. I can't really even hear them over the diesel motor in this truck, or even if you got the radio on just a little bit, you can't hear them. But personally, I like hearing my tires. Whenever these wear out, I guarantee you Pig Farmer Ben's going to buy them another set. And I'd like to really get me a set of 37s. These are 33s right here. Of course, I'm going to have to do a little work on the truck for that to work. I'll let you have another gander at them. Alright, let's go for a ride. Here we are riding in Pig Force 1. I got my Treadwright tires on here. I'm just letting you hear how loud they are. They're not really loud at all. Just a nice subtle little hum. It's quite enjoyable. Rides relatively smooth. Of course, this is a 3500 truck. It's like the axles are welded to the frame. The suspension's so stiff. So you do feel every little bump in the road, but it's not because of the tires, it's because of the suspension. These tires ride great. They're smooth. They're not too loud, not too quiet. I personally like a louder all-terrain, I grew up with building Jeeps and rock crawling and stuff like that, so I love to hear them things whistling to you, but These aren't as loud as I thought they would be, but you can barely hear it. You really can't hear it over the Duramax diesel. And like if you cut the radio on at all, you can't hear it at all. So on ride quality and noise, I mean, they're perfect. Can't complain at all. Well, there you have it. You seen it's nice and quiet, smooth. You know, I pull my boat all the way to Charleston and sometimes to Florida. I hadn't had the first problem with these tires. Now, if you're like me, you done your research on them first, and you see where people are having the horror stories about, oh, it blew out and dang near killed me. It's a bunch of bull crap. Who knows how they're treating them or how they're treating their car, you know? They're probably having to replace U-joints because they're like slamming it into drive and trying to do pill outs or whatnot. I don't do that. I drive respectable, and I respect my truck. Pig Force 1, of course. And I hope y'all do the same. Highways or dieways, you know. Be respectful. This truck right here, it weighs about 8,000 pounds. Just the truck and the tools that are in the toolbox. And when I have my boat on there, it weighs a lot more, or I'm pulling the tractor or whatever. But like I said, had no problems. Only warning you need to know about these tires, warning, you will be pleased. So go out there and get yourself some Treadwrights.